Hard to believe we are approaching the end of the regular season, but Georgia Tech starting to play some of their best basketball here late, coming off a double overtime loss to Clemson. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you saw their starting five, but Georgia Tech going with Turnage, who we mentioned. Erica Moon is the point guard. Told you about Walker and what she's been doing as of late. Walker only started 2 games in Happy Valley last year and has been the go-to player for the Yellow Jackets this season. And how about the strong take on the inside?
We're going to need to find somebody to get a body on her. And here you see, she also can post up. She's an impressive guard who can play inside out. Jada Quealy just...
Hollingsworth hoists a 3 and hits.
Hollingsworth, Jason, another player that has just grown tremendously this season. A familiar starter as of late, but a true freshman who has been making her name known recently. As you see, Theresa Hagans drives the baseline. Look at this. 4 players touch the basketball. Great ball movement to hit Megan Hollingsworth.
Theresa Hagans Jr. coming off that 33-point outing on Sunday and turned over by Quealy. Georgia Tech gets the takeaway, and now Moon goes all the way in, and it pops down to Turnage, who finishes it off. The most valuable part of the job, and you see the effects of that in the way they've played as of late, winning 2 of their last 4. Back-to-back threes, first from Villegas for the Panthers, and then an answer from Moon for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that was a big 3 for Villegas coming right off of the bench. They set up flare screen, a designated play for her. But then on the other side, Jason, we talked off air, Georgia Tech was just getting all their points in the paint, and they finally knock it down beyond the arc with Erica Moon.
Yeah, Moon's 3 there, the first 3-point attempt on the night for Georgia Tech, and it fell. They're now up 10. Walker banging on the inside.
Again, Walker with that post up. Coaches have goals on the boards for guards and post players. I feel like there was some sort of challenge for Snoop Turnage to get in double figures or something in the point category, because that grin and that team response from the bench showed that.
Well, Brianna, it reminds me of one of the conversations we had with Karen Blair as the Yellow Jackets knocked down another 3, but when she does shoot, so she's telling her other guards, hey, make sure you appreciate this. This is a player that gets all the rebounds and just distributes. And they really feel like they're improving each game, still getting better. She says she's still teaching her coaching staff at a very high level. And from the Georgia Tech bench, everyone in a Yellow Jacket uniform having a night to remember
here in Pittsburgh.
Just a tremendous performance from a player in Turnage who, well, this is her first year in a Georgia Tech uniform. She is familiar with the ACC. 3 seasons at Florida State. Played in a total of 90 games for the Garnet and Gold. 30 starts in those 3 seasons. But certainly having her biggest impact this year in her senior season with Georgia Tech, and that's something Karen Blair spoke about.
Some of the moves that she makes, some of the passes that she throws just up there to Michaela Johnson. She has a bright future.
Villegas with the quick release, and now it's the Panther bench on their feet. It's a team that fought all the way back on Sunday. Do they have a comeback in them again here tonight? That time turned over by Hagans. Turnage one-on-one with Biggs, goes into contact and finishes. 9 to shoot for Georgia Tech. Moon drives. Finds a cutting Walker. Got the finish. Led by as many as 35. That was early into the 3rd quarter. They were up 63-28. And Panthers have eaten into that lead, but a nice shot.
Yeah, you see here Foster and Johnson going at it back to back, but just an incredible game that she's having here tonight.
Johnson, penetration, turnaround, gets the roll. In this second half, and in the first half, they were 8 for 15 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they for sure cooled off, but Carla Villegas has not in the second half. And you see here, just letting the play develop, and Carla Villegas, MJ, Michaela Johnson. Yeah, and that was a play called from the bench. As you see, Theresa Hagans has a sub right for her at the bench. Jada Quealy getting set to...
Georgia Tech happy to use some clock when they're on offense here late. Samuel got a three. Big shot for Georgia Tech to end the Pitt run. Is taking their time on these possessions late. Wisely using their full possession and waiting for the right shot, and Samuel has it.
Yeah, talk about using the whole.
And then they get to be home for a while, Bree, because they end the season with 2 home games, and then that will go right into the ACC tournament, which Tech excited to see what this Georgia Tech team can do the rest of the way, but also excited for the career of Karen Blair, coach who has been an assistant for so long, over 25 years, and finally now has the opportunity as a head coach here with Georgia Tech. And in case they go back and look and take one away, he gets an extra. First 2020 game by a Georgia Tech player since the mid-90s.